Hello and welcome, it's Bulldog Gaming here, and today we're continuing with the series Let's Build a Multiplayer Game from start to Steam Store. So in the last few episodes I showed you the sprinting system. I also showed you a basic navigation system for the AI to run around. So if we run up to an AI, it instantly runs away. The problem that we've got is that it will run when it sees us, which is going to make it hard to catch. But sometimes it turns on us. If you watch it turn on us, you see the red geese is chasing us, but it will turn on us and it will get stuck. So let me see if I can get to do it. There you go. It gets stuck, so which means it'll be easy. Hello. It'll be easy for us to catch these little bastards. But as you can tell, it's quite they're all over the shop. So it's literally a simple bit of coding to make this work. Imagine 15 of these little gits running around, and you should be able to catch them. But yes, they are still a little bit glitchy. So you see, it just changes the point of direction, and yeah, if they get stuck in a corner, they will turn around and get stuck. So that's the aim, I'm trying to get them. So we're going to improve on this AI today. Let me get a couple of things set up and I'll bring you right back. So yeah, the first things first, obviously we've got to sort out this cast. I hate casting. I prefer to go through interfaces. Yeah, it's just, we will sort this out. It's just at the minute the enemy AI at this particular moment, the enemy AI has to use his cast. Once we start building the enemy AI, the way it attacks and takes damage, well, takes damage off you and lives and things like that, makes you reset, then that will go into a function, which means we will get a cast to this third person, which means that all we've got to do is literally pull out of here and check interface, yeah, to see if yeah, to check if the AI has the interface. It'll a bit like this one. So it does implement interface. So if we overlap an actor, we'd want to check to see if we have check if we have the interface implemented. God, that's a tongue twister. So yeah, it'll be something similar onto here, which means that the other actor, if it implements this enemy AI interface, which our blueprint does, I think already. Nope, it doesn't. So quickly go add that on there, the enemy. Oh. The AI enemy interface. The enemy AI should have it also. Yeah, it does. So for that to cause damage, that would have to have, for his box collision that we have here, that box collision, we will turn it around and use a on component begin overlap onto that enemy character. Like I said, it's a very basic, simple game. It doesn't need it's literally a beginner's game, so you can literally know the steps from step to step to step to step. We will be progressing, so after this series is done, we'll be going to intermediate, and then we'll be going into professional, obviously professional gameplay. I have created a professional game, and it is out on Steam, so if you want to go check that out, it's under Bulldog Gaming. It's called Overrun. It's a zombie round based game, and yeah, updates regularly, so yeah, go check that out if you want to check that out. The first things first, I want to do is make this mesh look a little bit better by changing the animation class, because obviously when you duplicate this and you change any element of the material or the static mesh, it clicks off the animation class. So all you have to do is come in and put Quinn, because that's the name of our character here, which means that he's got the animation blueprint for this character here. Sorry, that's my dog probably choking on a bone. So now when we press play, these will run away and this geezer will chase us but at the minute, because his movement speed's only set to walking, yeah, so we've got to try and avoid him. So let's just change his movement speed. So we have to go into on sea pawn. Once we cast connection, yeah, AI move to. On success and foul, see, if you place the character movement here, max walk speed, set max walk speed, set max walk speed here, and you put it to success and to fail. Now once it sees you, you'll see what I mean. So these could be hiding in the corner. They're zooming about. It will. Okay, maybe then we can have it there. But normally it's a common practice of putting anything at the start. So if you're setting anything, you really want to set it at the start of the blueprint. So now we're running around trying to grab these, and there's a red geezer following us. So obviously that's a little bit too fast, but we're gonna. Whoa! As soon as he touches, we're going to stop. So yeah, I really want to keep that to about 1,000. So let's bang that there. Normally, this set I would normally set here, so there's no bugs. So what we're going to do, we're going to copy that, and we're going to paste it between this cast and this AI move to. So being 1,000, we are going to set up behaviour tree so this thing is walking around. We can actually get away from it. Oh shit! Ah! Still a little bit too fast. But if it touches you, you're going to lose a life. So that's what we're going to implement that. So, for example, right, so if we go to enemy AI on sea pawn sensing, now once this AI moves to you, and this, yeah, so once this AI moves to you, you want to check to see if the box collision is collisioned with you, yeah. So obviously this box collision here, attached to the mesh here, you want to see if that's overriding any other component, e.g. us, which is here, this here, yeah, this is a collision collider cylinder. So yeah, if anything overreacts this, then from this enemy, then we want to check to make sure that we can actually apply damage to the character. So the first thing we need to do is go up to the AI enemy interface, and we need to create a new function for this and call this enemy attacked. Yeah, so the enemy is attacked, we know this, right? And there's going to be one input, and the input is going to be third person. So let's just put player. Yeah, just keep it released basic, because obviously it's going to be a basic game. And then the third person character, and then the object reference. Might have to do that a couple of times because sometimes it bugs out. Right, so yeah, so make sure it's on third person. Compile, save. Now on the blueprint of the third person, we need to draw this enemy attacked in. So the enemy has attacked the player. Now this is where, so if the enemy attacks player, we need to add a variable, and the variable is going to be health, right? And that is going to be a float or an integer, whichever one. We're going to add another one and call it max health. So it's a basic health system, so it's just float, yeah, so it's a basic health system really. So health at 100, max health at 100. You can't input these default values until you press compile. So once you've created you create a variable, go up, compile, save, then you can edit the default. Then you can edit the default value. Yeah. So our health at the minute is a default value. So we have 3 healths. Yeah. So we're gonna have 3 healths. So how this is going to work? Let me think this out. So how this is going to work is when the enemy attacks us, we need to do the enemy character first. But when the enemy attacks us, what we need to do is go onto the event graph and call on bots collision, add event, add on component begin overlap. Now there's many ways of doing this, but for the basic and for the basic game, it's not going to be very big. It's probably going to be a gig or two. It's literally going to be a simple game that people can download for free and play. So the other actor is going to be us, but the first thing we need to do is pull from this. Hang on a minute. Whoa, wait. Have I done this the wrong way around? No. Does that need to be? Yeah, I think that needs to be on the enemy character. Enemy attacked. Right, there we go. Right, so keep that there for the moment. Right, so on other actor, we want to check if it does implement interface, enemy interface. Yeah, so the enemy interface. If it does, then we want to branch. So if that's true, then we want to do something. But if it's false, then we don't. So if we overlap another component, yeah, the other actor component, yeah, then we want to apply damage. Right. So on the enemy attacked, so we need to pull from true and get enemy attacked. Get the call function enemy attacked. No, wait. Hang on a minute. One sec. Right, so we need to go into the third person character, and so this is the one where the normal AI will run away. We now need to do the enemy AI. So the enemy AI is going to damage us. So what we need to do is build a damage system. Now, Unreal Engine so sorry about that. So yeah, we need to create a damage system. Now, Unreal actually has a damage system implemented. There's a couple of nodes that you can use, events and things like that. So I'm going to show you that, and then in a preview, in another video, I will then show you how I do a damage system, which is a little bit more complex. But for this game, we literally just need it basic. It's literally going to be a basic game, but it will come back. So if you type in event, any damage, it gives you a node for damage type, instigated by, and a damage causer. Now what we need to do first, we need to create a branch, and the reason for this, because we want to do a check first to see if the player's already dead. So we need another variable, and we need to call it is dead, question mark. Go to Boolean, pull it in, get, and I always put it not, so it runs off the true. So no, not Boolean. So the reason for that, you don't have to do it, but it's just preference for me. So it means that if it's not dead, then true comes off, and then false no. It's just personal preferences. So the first things first, we want to do, we want to set the health. So we set the health to what the health is. Now, first we've got this damage here. We want to pull this damage out and do a minus, a subtract, with the damage going into the bottom, not the top, and the top will be the health. Like so. Okay, and then what we want to do, we want to clamp, just so they can't go below a certain number. So we want to clamp float, with the maximum being 0, with a minimum being 0 and a maximum being maxed health. Now you don't have to do this, you can literally do 0 to 100, but if you have different healths or upgrades and things like that, that you upgrade this max health, then it'll let you upgrade the health to more. And then what we're going to do, we're going to pull that into the set. And pull that into the set. So from the set health, we need to do an equal sign. Yeah. So an equal sign. Now what this is for another branch. Yeah. So now this is going to check whether the health is at 0. If the health is at 0, we want to do something on the true, which is death animation, yeah, whatever you want to do, ragdoll effect, blah blah blah, or sand, maybe a sand. False the same. But at the minute we're not going to touch any of that. We're literally just going to leave it as it is, and this is our damage system. Now what we need to do is, once if we get to the equals 0 is true, then all we want to do is set is dead. Ooh. Set is dead to true. Okay, so the player is dead. Yeah, if it's false, then obviously the player still ain't dead, so it isn't going to tick. So you don't need to set is not dead here, because it's already not dead. Yeah, so we're going to keep this the same. We're going to compile, we're going to save. Now on the enemy AI character, we need to get another node. Now the another node that we need to get, yeah, is an applied damage node. Now, so because with this box collision here, anytime this box overlaps with another actor with the enemy interface, we're heading to a branch. If it does true, then what we want to do, pull a true, we want to apply, if I can spell, apply damage. So if that's true, we want to apply damage. The base damage can be whatever you want, whatever you believe that, you know, it can be 100, blah blah blah. You can turn this into a variable, promote it to a variable called base damage. We already had one now, but yeah, base damage. Make it instant editable and explodes on spawn. So if you're duplicating this different enemies, you can change the base damage that the enemies do. You can literally do a random floating range, so you can do it between 10 and 15, but if you do it as a float, it will do it 10, 10.1, 10.2, 10.3. It's better to change it into an integer, so you literally swap from the float, call an integer, and then bang it into the base damage. But for now, we're just literally going to have base damage. We're not going to do it like that. You can also do the damage causer, but you do not need to do it. The damage actor will go into other actors, but it comes from here. So if you damage other actors from this implement interface, and it's true, it will then damage the actor. So yeah, you can run that. Just pop that up there, just make it look a little bit cleaner. So now my base damage is, I'm going to set it, I'll set it on the other screen so you can see what I mean by making that instant editable and expose on spawn. So if we go to enemy AI character, you come down to defaults, you can see it here, base damage. So you can change this to whatever you want. 20 is fine. So literally now this is what's going to fire off an offense. So every time this is called, this applied damage is called, it's going to tick this event, and then it's going to run the checks, blah 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 blah, do what it needs to do, and then go into is dead or is not. So what we're going to do is dead, we're going to print string here so we know what we're doing. So we're going to print string, we'll put dead, and then we're going to control C or control D, whatever way you want to do it, I like doing Control C, Control V to false, and then I'm going to connect this to the max health, which is good. Alright, so health, and pull this in here, so it gives us a number of what our health is at. If we compile, save that, AR enemy, compile, save that, make sure everything's done, third person and play. Now hopefully, fingers crossed, as soon as this enemy sees us, it's going to start applying damage. Now it went a little bit too quick for my lane, but yeah, I am dead, which means it does work. So went a little bit too quick, so once the enemy sees us, 80, 60, if it overlaps it again, 40, 20, dead. Now whether that's interacting with our box collision, it's a little bit hard to see, so I'm just going to quickly change this enemy max speed, which is in, where's our enemy max speed? Here. I'm going to change it to 200 so I can sort of see when it's sort of applying the damage to us. So come over here, it sees us, see it's applying damage before it gets to us. There you go, it got to us there, it got to us there, and then dead. So it's actually coming towards our capsule collision. It's not actually doing our box collision. So because this is a component, that could be a major issue. So what that means is this is doing on component begin overlap box. So this is any box that collisions with this, yeah, it's going to start arranging damage to our player. Now our box is huge just to make the other AI run, but we may need to change the AI character to, instead of this, to on sensing. So if you pulled in the on C thing and pull that into here, and instead of event run away, we use the on pawn sensing. I don't think you can connect that to that, can you? I don't think you can, but we'll try it. The on C sensing. So now if we go to viewport and type in pawn sensing, you can see that it gives you these sensing rings. The only one that we want to change is the angle, so to make it a little bit 45 will do. But the only problem with doing something like this is that you can stand behind him and he don't move. Oh, why am I walking away? Oh, that's a bit weird. Okay, hang on a moment. Right, so I can't do that. Okay, so the pawn that it sees is going to be our third person pawn, I'm guessing, our character. So on C pawn sensing, so if it sees us, any other pawn, it will run. It should run, yeah. So if it sees us in front, it will run. But the problem is that where'd it go? And it's over it. The sensing only works if you're in front of it. So if you can sneak behind it and grab it, you can. That's no problem, you know. You need it so it's the whole out. So it's, as soon as it walks into my box, boom. Alright, am I dead? Yeah, I think I'm dead. I think I'm dead. So the pawn sensing doesn't really work because we need it to see a full, was that 100, wasn't it? Yeah, so it should hear, it's a sense and hear noise. So we can set the hear noise up, that's not an issue. So as soon as it sees us, it will run. Like I said, we can walk straight behind it, but that can be footsteps, so it can run from footsteps, so we can set up the sand. and do what it needs to do. But they're going to keep running away, and then obviously when this geezer sees us, it shouldn't do that. So now, because we don't need the box, we can actually, well, we do need the box, but we can actually make the box a lot smaller. Oh fuck, not that small. We can actually make the box a lot smaller, so when it does actually hit us, it hits us, and then we can make it explode. So I'll show you that in a moment. So, hello, thank you. So these are still going to run away from pawn sensing, yeah? As soon as it sees me, it's going to run away. This one's actually got to come up to me. Hey, blow me up. So, you're going to get 3 tries with this. So, if you can run around collecting these AIs, you've got to collect them all. Where's the other one gone? There it is running. Nope. No, there's another one around there. Where's it gone? It's there. Like I said, look, you can. It'd be better when there's more people around, because obviously, when it's multiplayer, there'll be more people running around. So there'll be people in front of him, people behind him, people in thing. But we will set up the hearing, so they can hear sounds and yeah, do what they need to do and run away. This geezer, if it sees me, it will walk towards me. Boom! It explode. So what we need to do is go into AI enemy character. What time are we on? 26 minutes. Now, I know it's been a quite long tutorial, but I've tried to cover everything, yeah? Another thing that we want to do, so this base damage, we want this base damage to literally do a 50% chance. So if it comes near us, we get 2 chances. So if we go on to the enemy, the apply damage, yeah, it's the third person. So if we set is dead, then after is dead, we now need to get a reference to our AI enemy interface. AI enemy. So on the AI enemy interface, we can get rid of that because we don't need it. We can open this up and rename and put just call it final hit. Yeah. Now on the final hit, we're going to add an input and we're going to call it AI that attacked. I'm not the best at calling stuff, but AI that attacked. We're going to compile, we're going to save, we're going to go back to the enemy character. Now, we can get rid of that, we don't need it. Compile, save. So from here, we now need to create the is dead here. So if it is dead, we want to call a function. So the function is going to be do we have the, yeah, we have the interface. What have I just final hit? Did I compile that? Save. So AI enemy 1 interface is final, yeah, event. Right, so enemy AI class interface final hit. No, we want to call the actual function. So event final hit. Right, so the AI that attacked is going to be right. So yeah, so let me quickly pause the video, and I will do this little bit where he explodes very quickly, just so I can fit in a 30-minute video, and I'll come back and show you what I quickly did. So what I'm going to do, this is taking a little bit longer. I'm having an issue with connecting it up through the interfaces. We'll do this next episode. So yeah, so for now we have a better system for sensing for the normal AI to run away from you, and we've set up the damage, basic damage, so the red enemy AI can damage you and kill you. But yeah, on that bombshell, thank you very much. This is Bulldog Gaming, and have a good day.